If you focus on these 3 things and you cut out all of the other BS, you're going to be on a 100x trajectory by the time you're 20 to 25. Don't waste your time, lads, because most people 18 to 21 wasting time drinking on the weekends, partying on the weekends, eating junk food, spending all day with their girlfriend watching Netflix. If you remove your girlfriend from that situation, you're just sat at home watching Netflix all day. It's still a degenerate activity. Trading Forex, gambling on Forex, gambling on crypto. They don't even know how the market works. They're just putting money in and praying that it goes up because of some little pattern they've seen. It doesn't work like that, lads. Smoking weed, working at jobs. Now listen, I know this because this was me, and I was surrounded by the people that were doing this all the time. This is me partying on the weekends, chasing girls, going up to girls. Obviously, like, this stuff is still good, right? It still builds personality, it still builds like life experience. But you don't want to focus on this stuff. This is not your focal points. This is just stuff you can do extra. Okay, I got a bit of time this weekend. Let me just go out a little bit, maybe drink a little bit, come home and grind afterwards, you know? But you have to have that mindset. It can't be focused on this stuff. Me working a shitty job. I'm out of this job position now, working remotely, but I'll get on that as soon as possible. You need to just get ahead as soon as possible, because ages 18 to 21, you have the most amount of time, the least amount of responsibility. So if you do focus on these 3 things I'm going to tell you about, you're going to be 100x the person you were. You're going to have 100x the amount of money you would have had. You're going to be 20x the mind and body state that you would have been in. 100x the lifestyle you would have had if you didn't do any of this stuff. You'd be a lot closer to this stuff on the left if you actually focus on what I'm going to tell you. And firstly, it all starts with mind and body, right? It all starts with mind and body. This is where this is where it starts. Mind and body, nothing else. Mind and body. Go to the gym 3 times per week doing full body only compound lifts, compound exercises. This releases high amounts of testosterone. This releases higher amounts of growth hormone and basically just packs on muscle mass as quickly as possible. If you do only compound lifts and maybe do like a bicep and tricep workout killer at the end, bro, you're going to grow 3x the speed, purely because of the amount of growth hormone and purely because of the amount of testosterone that you release doing it. You need to be doing martial arts 2 times per week, which is 1 time pads, 1 time sparring. So 1 hour pads, 1 hour sparring. If you just do that, your body is going to be incredible. You're going to have low body fat percentage purely because of the martial arts. You're going to be absolutely swollen big purely because of the full body and only compound lifts. And you're going to have so much more time as well because you're not spending 13 hours in the gym, 20 hours sparring and doing Muay Thai or whatever. Just do the bare minimum of just do basically the 80-20% rule. 20% of the work will get you 80% of the results. So do the 20% of the full body and only compound lifts, and do the 20% of the 2 hours sparring and doing pad work. And for the mind, you need to be feeding the mind the correct things so you're able to think like a professional, think like somebody that's going to be earning 10, 13, 14, 15k per month. So you need to be daily reading. You need to be listening to audiobooks, listening to people that have already done the thing you're trying to do. Feed the mind with things that are basically positively pushing you towards your goals. Also be meditating 15 minutes per day in the morning time and at night time. This enhances your focus, increases your stress management, and basically just increases the size of your amygdala, which is everything to do with like focus, stress, all of that sort of stuff. So you're able to basically, the more stress you manage, the better and faster you'll be in business. And business is all about speed. So if you just do these things, everything else will start to fall into place a lot easier and a lot faster. And the second focus that if you're 18 to 21 you should be focusing on is finding some sort of remote online job. A job that you can do from anywhere in the world, which will allow you to travel, which will allow you to have time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom without being stuck in a dark dungeon somewhere, putting in boxes of mix like I was doing. Remote working is one step closer to freedom, right? Finding some sort of remote job. I recommend either copywriting, agency, drop shipping, appointment setting, this sort of stuff. But the best thing you can possibly do, in my opinion, is remote closing. This is learning sales skills, learning how to speak to people, learning how to convince people to do what you need to do, learning how to network with people, learning how to build up your personal brands. This is why remote closing is the most important one in my opinion. It's literally just taking 3 to 5 high ticket calls per day, earning anywhere from 200 to 1,000 per close. So all you need to do is close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these per month and you're earning 6k upwards, you know. all you need to do to start as well is literally all you need is a laptop and Wi-Fi. You don't need to put money into advertisements. You don't need to learn 5 different skills. You just need to learn one skill, sales. And you need to use your laptop and Wi-Fi to find a job position and start closing people. That's literally it. That's all you need. You don't need 15 different advertising marketing agencies hitting you up trying to sell you their product. No, you're the person. You're the valuable person. You're the valuable asset. And if you need help trying to find a remote closing job, you can watch my remote closing video on YouTube. Super simple, super easy. I found a remote closing job within 7 days of trying. I got 4 different clients that I could have worked with. So I had picking options, boys. Not a lot of people have picking options. If you just follow that framework and step-by-step process, 2-step process in that video, you will find your remote closing job within 7 days easily. People have found it. The people that I've sent it to have found it in 3 days, in 2 days, in 5 days, 7 days, sometimes 3 weeks if they're not adamant on it. But you will find a job, you will get replies, and you will find a job if you use that framework that I talked about in that video. And the pros of remote closing, right? You work less hours, you can choose your own hours, you have time to focus on self-improvement and self-development, you can travel to any country at any time, you can curate your own reality, do whatever you want, whenever you want to, as long as it's outside of your call hours. You can take calls from cafes, beaches, you can take your laptop anywhere, you can use 5G, you're not stuck in one place, you're not stuck in one position. And this enabled me to quit my job and move to Thailand after 2 months of remote closing. I've got my tickets, I've got my Airbnb, everything booked already. And the third focus is going to be personal branding. This ties everything else together, right? Personal branding is the end all be all when it comes to business and online work. Building a personal brand around the remote work that you do is probably the best way to start, because then you're able to help other people get into that same job position you're in. You're able to actually create value for people rather than just being one of those self-improvement Hamza copycat channels. No hate to Hamza. Hamza's an absolute G. But documenting your journey to 10k per month is probably the best way to do it. Documenting everything you're doing every single day to try to get to 10k per month, whether that's finding a job, then getting the job, then performing well in the job, all of that stuff. If you're able to document that on YouTube and post that every single day, you're going to start to gain a following very quickly. Build up an audience on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram is going to be like the fast audience that you're going to build quickly to then push that to your YouTube channel, which is like the curated audience, the people that actually want to watch your personality, like your personality, stuff like that. Then you're going to solidify your position in what I like to call new age business. These are all of the people like Jack Up Fitness, Hamza, Brandon Carter, flipping Tate. All of these guys are in new age business, right? And you need to solidify your position in this new age business model, which is personal branding and remote working, right? If you're able to do that, then you are solidified in the whole new age business framework and new age business. What movement, I guess. You're gonna be one of the pioneers, the people that did it early, the people that actually got into it and started to grind and became one of those people. And there's probably a limited amount of spots there, lads. Not everyone can succeed in new age business. You have to be some sort of type of insane person to actually reach those levels. But regardless, if you're able to have the mindset and have the personal drive and have the dedication and determination, you will be able to do that. And the way you get the dedication, determination, discipline is not from, I don't know, just doing it and forcing yourself to do it, drinking 15 coffees. Obviously that you might be able to do it that way. But what I'm talking about beforehand, the mind and body stuff, once you get your mind and body into place, you just start to build that determination, discipline, and you just want to do it at that point, because you're such a strong person. You need to apply that strength to something. You can't just sit there strong, you know what I mean? You can't sit there strong because then you're just going to become weak, you know? You have to sit there strong and then want to put that strength into something, which then pushes you in the direction you want to go into. So you have to focus on mind and body. That's why it's the first thing on this. And if you got to this point, now you can see why mind and body is the first thing on this, and then you're going to take action on that. So that means going to the gym, doing the Muay Thai stuff or boxing, and meditating and reading audiobooks. You have to do that stuff. You can't skip that part, otherwise you're not going to make it in this, because you're not going to want to make it in this. You're going to do it and say, oh, this is difficult, and then turn back. But if you're already doing this other difficult stuff and focusing on this difficult stuff, improving in boxing, improving in the gym, improving in meditation, improving in audiobooks, and building up your IQ, AQ, then all of this stuff becomes a lot easier. All of this extra grind stuff becomes a lot easier. And I've been building personal brands since I was 16, bro. This is my first personal brand. It was like a YouTube channel, gaming YouTube channel. It wasn't really a personal brand, but it was still a brand, right? I built up a brand, had sponsors, had affiliates, had courses and stuff that I was selling, and I made my first 2K per month using just this model here, which is just like Fortnite YouTube channel, pro fight breakdowns and how-to videos when it comes to Fortnite. But as you can see, the thumbnails were professional, titles were professional. I was getting like 75k views, 20k views. This is just on the recent videos. I had like 300k, 500k views. I had 11.9k subscribers when I stopped, and I was getting comments like this every single day. It doesn't feel like work is what I'm trying to get to. It really doesn't feel like work. It just feels like you're helping people and getting paid doing it. You know, it's pretty cool. And the personal brand will take you from 5 to 10k to 50 to 100k per month, because you're just living life and getting paid for it. So the more you live life, the more you get paid. You know, you just gotta live life, speak about it, do what you need to do. But I'd recommend focusing it on some sort of remote work at first, especially because you're just providing value. People want to watch for value rather than for, oh, look at this Hamza wannabe guy, you know? I probably shouldn't even mention these guys in my videos, because people are going to start to subconsciously link me to these guys. So yeah, but build this from the very start, lads. You need to build this personal brand stuff from the very start, because people can watch your entire journey and resonate with you way more when they see where you've come from and where you ended up. They can see, oh, this guy was exactly like me 2 years ago. All he did was this, and this, and was able to get to this position. So now if I just do this, and this, I'll also get to this position, because the same inputs just equal the same outputs every time. And if you do want more information on remote closing, you can watch my free training on the roadmap to 10k per month with remote closing. So I've got a full free training on the first link in the description. It will show you exactly how to get a remote closing job, exactly how to, first of all, get good at remote closing, so you're able to get a remote closing job, and then you're able to earn 10k per month, because it all stems from getting good at remote closing first. You can't just get a job and then expect to close 10 in a row. You have to first get good, close 10 in a row, and then solidify yourself as a remote closer, build up your network, build up your testimonials, and this a whole process. So if you do want to learn how to do that, it's very easy stuff. It's very simple stuff, not easy. I'd say it's simple but not easy. Then watch my free training on the roadmap to 10k per month. You will only need that, to be honest. And I am currently on this exact same roadmap. I've already got my testimonials. I've already got my first job. I'm already earning 2k per month with remote closing as a side hustle right now. And I'm just moving on to full-time remote closing as we speak. And it will get you to 10k per month. My free training will get you to 10k per month. I genuinely have stuff that will help you find your first job and get you to 10k per month as quickly as possible. I earned 3k last month using remote closing as just a side hustle with my job and remote closing together. And this month I quit my job completely to just go all in on remote closing. So yeah, lads, that's that. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to, you know, do all the little YouTube, like, subscribe, whatever stuff, and watch that free training if you do want to get into remote closing.